Start out with the Barrel Trader's disclaimer. As always, we recommend that you seek professional advice to determine whether trading is right for you. What is a hypothesis? It can be explained as a tentative explanation of why something happened or what will happen in the future. So how do we apply this to trading? In trading, we can look at it from this aspect, where it's a tentative belief that you have a trade book edge over the market, where that trade book edge provides you the profitability that you want to be successful in achieving the goals that you've set out for yourself. Now, it is the application you have to take into consideration, the application of your technology, your strategy itself, along with your psychology, right? Because it's going to take all three of these pillars to create your trade book edge. So you have to take specific considerations in each of these areas when you start to develop your hypothesis of what will give you a trade book edge. So what are some technology considerations that we want to look at? First, it's your trading desk to begin with, right? What do you have set up? You don't have to be the high-speed person with 6 different monitors, 2 different keyboards, 3 mouses, the super high-speed video cards connected everywhere with liquid-cooled type computer. You don't need that. You can trade and make money with a basic computer that can run internet and a screen. That's technically all that you need to make money. However, depending on how you want to trade, there may be things that add benefit, that are a benefit to you. Maybe you want 2 screens. Maybe you want a stream deck so that you can press buttons on there and it gives you a feeling of confidence to have that. Maybe you like having curved screens versus flat screens. Maybe you like smaller screens versus large screens. What you need to do and take into consideration in this technology aspect is you want your trading desk to be comfortable to where you are comfortable coming in every day, sitting down at the desk and working with the tools that you have available to you. Next thing is your trading platform. And you want a trading platform that works well with the strategy that you want to employ. So if I'm a momentum trader, I need a trading platform that will process my orders quickly and so that they aren't delayed, thereby giving me bad slippage off the stock from when I press my enter my order to where I'm getting filled. Whereas, say I'm a swing trader or an investor where I'm doing long-term type investments, right? I don't need a high-speed trading platform. I just need something that will give me an overview of the market, give me good market information. I can apply an order, and as long as I get a fill roughly within that area, I'm content and happy. It works within my trading strategy. What you need to understand, or what you have to do, is just make sure that your platform matches up to the type and style of trading that you're going to do. If you want quick and fast execution speeds because you're a quick, fast trader, you need to find a platform that provides that edge to you. That goes into the broker's fees and commissions. Not everybody needs to pay for the high-speed internet or high-speed direct access to the markets, especially if you're a swing type trader. You can get by with the free commissions that are out there, right? But if you are a momentum trader and you want those fast fills and you have a strategy where you got to get in and get out quickly, you're going to need to pay for that. And you need to make sure that you're doing your proper research to find the broker that will give you the best rates for the type of strategy that you are trading. Then take into consideration your hotkeys and your hot buttons. Hotkeys and hot buttons shouldn't be there just because you want to use hotkeys or hot buttons. Your hotkeys and your hot buttons should be designed so that it allows you to effectively employ your strategy. For an example, I trade the break of high of days. I worked with other traders in our community and developed a hotkey to where I can double click on my chart at where I want my stop. I press my hotkey and it will automatically calculate the number of shares from 1 cent higher than the high of day to where I place my stop based on the risk I want to take and input that order. Seems complicated, right? Before, I was having to do all that calculation manually, enter it into the montage, and then press the enter. It took time, 10, 15, and when I first started, it was almost 30 seconds. When I got this hotkey, I simply double click on the chart, press the button. It's a matter of 1 to 2 seconds. That hotkey significantly improved the efficiency of my trading and the trade book edge that I employ. That's what you want your hotkeys to do. You want it to benefit your strategy. You just don't need hotkeys to have hotkeys, okay, or hot buttons. Some people don't even use them, and it works for their type of trading because it allows them the confidence that by going through that process that they are doing the proper analyzation prior to getting into a trade. Then another aspect is scanners. Do you even need scanners? That would be a good question. I mean, you see them every day in our chat room. We got 10, 15 scanners, I think, up there now. But not every single one of us needs every single scanner that's up there. Maybe your scanner doesn't apply to your strategy and you don't even need to use it. Or maybe it applies so well that you want to make sure that you purchase it so that you can adjust it to your type and style of trading. Those are considerations to take into effect. Then you have your strategy considerations. Understand that when you're considering these, it should all be based upon how does this affect the trade book edge that I'm trying to employ. Things to consider. How often does your setup appear? Is it only in the morning? If you're trading a 5-minute opening range breakout, the 5-minute opening range breakout appears once per day, right? It can appear on multiple stocks, but it appears once per day from about 3 minutes from the market open to about 10 minutes. And then you start moving into the 15-minute opening range breakout. So how often does it appear? How often do mountain passes appear? Lightning bolts, break of high of days, break of low of days. How often do they appear? How often do ABCD patterns appear? You want to take that into consideration. Here's an important one, a winning percentage. You want to know what your winning percentage is with the strategy that you're trading. I can trade a break of high of day and have an 85% winning percentage. John can trade a break of high of day break of high of day strategy and have a 70% winning percentage. Every single one of us is going to be different. Understand your winning percentage, right, doesn't mean that you're profitable. You can have a super high winning percentage and not be profitable. And the same is true. You can have a super low winning percentage, but be highly profitable because it all is based on your rate of return. You need to know what your rate of return for your trade book edge is so that you can compare them from your winning percentage, your rate of return, so you can come up with a proper risk to reward ratio that you are seeking when you decide to place risk into the marketplace. You need to have the ability to manage risk, right? What is your ability to manage risk? Are you all or none? You go in with a 2-to-1, and if it hits your marker of double what you were risking, you take it all off, but you'll hold all the way to your one loser or to one loser to where it comes down, hits your stop, and you're out? Or are you somebody that gets into the trade and when the market seems like it's not going how you wanted, you get right out? that all is going to play into the factor of your trade book edge and how well you're able to employ it. Then we get into the psychology aspects of it when you're creating this hypothesis. You want to make sure you know what type of trader you are. Right? And what do I mean by what type of trader? Are you comfortable making quick and rational decisions? Or do you need more time to do that, right? Do you like a lot of market information? Do you like to double check a lot of that information or confirm it with other indicators? If you do, you're probably not going to be the best 1 minute opening range breakout trader. But you may be a great trader that can employ a mountain pass or a double top or a double bottom type of style of trading, right? Are you able to accept the loss? Sounds easy, right? Oh, hit my stop loss, I press the button, I get out. But hands down, it's probably one of the most difficult things for traders to go through, is to accept that you are wrong and that you lost money. And how are you able to recover from that, right? It goes into, do you have to have a high winning percentage in order to make sure that you maintain the proper psychology through the trading day? If you need a high winning percentage, you're probably going to take quick partials so that you can have the confidence, oh, I was right, my strategy is winning, I have a high winning percentage. That may eat into your profits, but that might be okay because you are more comfortable with having that high winning percentage with a smaller profit than a lower winning percentage with larger profits. All you need to do is be able to understand why that is and then employ it so that you can maximize how you trade. Are you able to identify your blind spots? Maybe you need to ask your trading buddies or a mentor, hey, what are my blind spots that I need to be on the lookout for when I'm testing this strategy or coming up with a hypothesis of why I believe this strategy will work for me, right? Because the demons are going to come out on you. How do those demons affect you while you're trading? If you take 2 stops in a row, have you lost emotional control and then you overtrade for the rest of the day? You need to understand that so that you can implement, possibly within your trade book, a rule of, if I take 2 stop outs back to back, I walk away for the day, I walk away for 30 minutes, I shut down the computer, I go on a run, and then I come back and I start up and I restart. Doesn't mean that you have to do that. It just means that you need to take a look and understand how you react to the trading and the different outcomes that go. So with that, again, you want to take considerations of your technology, of your strategy, and of your psychology and combine them to create your trade book edge. And the objective is, for this phase, is when you take each one of those pillars and the considerations within there, that you can come up with a clearly defined hypothesis that you can evaluate over a period of trade, say 20, 40, 60, 80, how many ever you want to, but you've clearly defined that hypothesis so that you can evaluate it. So here's an example for you. This is off of one that I did when I was developing my break of high of day strategy. If you notice, I also had a break of low day strategy in there as well. And this was my hypothesis going into the analysis that I did. I believe that trading the break of high of day, break of low day strategy with a TI scanner alert, notice how I needed the scanner, that's part of the technology, will allow me to trade a strategy more in line with my personality. Notice how that's also encompassing my psychology and my strategy, because I need a higher winning percentage strategy. And I believed that the TI scanner gave me an edge to where I had a little bit more confidence that I would have a higher winning percentage. How am I going to evaluate this? The result that will come out of it is in my ability to take more trades within the trading day, because the high of day occurs throughout the trading day. Notice how I took how often that strategy appears into consideration as well. And then I evaluated with success will be achieved with a 70% winning rate along with a positive sloping equity curve. This is what you want to go in. You want to take your time to come up with a solid hypothesis that takes your technology, your strategy, and your psychology into consideration, so that when you go out to test it, you can determine whether your trade book edge actually gives you an edge within the markets. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me at mike@bearbulltraders.com. I'd be more than happy to answer anything that you have.